Welcome back. In previous videos, we built the student inquiry screen, the principal dashboard, and introduced the office helpers worksheet. The student inquiry screen answers, "Tell me about one student." The principal dashboard answers, "Tell me about the whole school." But schools/colleges also ask another type of question every day. Show me the students who meet certain conditions. For example, show me every year 3 student. Show me students whose attendance is below 75%. Show me students who require additional support. Instead of manually filtering worksheets every time someone asks a question, we're going to build one intelligent screen that does all of that automatically. We will call it the student record screen. So rather than searching for one student at a time, this worksheet allows us to analyze the entire student database in seconds. We can filter students by year group, class, status, attendance, academic support, outstanding fees, and then, with a single click, sort the results by student name, attendance, average score, or outstanding balance. This lesson introduces several advanced Excel functions and techniques, but don't worry. We'll build them one step at a time. Let's look at the main formula that power this worksheet. Although it looks large, it's actually built from just 3 Excel functions. Filter, sort by, if. We have already met the filter function, but let's look at it in relation to this formula. The first argument tells Excel where the data is stored. In our case, that's the student table on the Office Helpers worksheet. Here it is. Notice it also includes the last column, the sort key. Filter then checks every student against a series of tests. Only students that pass every test appear in the report. The first test, year group. Let's look at the first test. Although it looks complicated, it's simply made up of 3 parts. Part 1 checks whether cell A7 contains the word all. If it does, the answer is true. If it doesn't, the answer is false. Now, if a 7 contains all, Excel returns 1. Remember, in Excel, 1 is the same as true. For filter, this simply means include every student. No year group filtering is required. Now for part 3 of the formula, if A7 is not all, the false part of the if function needs to be evaluated. Excel compares every student's year group with the value selected in A7. For example, if A7 contains year 2, Excel checks every row and returns true only for the year 2 students, that is where the value in the year group field is year 2. The remaining tests, exactly the same procedure is repeated for the remaining filters, class YD, status, attendance, etc. Each one asks a simple question. Should this student be included? Important. Only students that pass every test appear in the final report. You may have noticed that each test is joined together with an asterisk. Test 1 asterisk, test 2, asterisk, test 3. The asterisk works like and. Every student must pass every test. If a student fails just one test, they are excluded from the report. The final part of filter is simply no matching students. If no student meets the selected criteria, Excel displays this friendly message instead of an error. Once filter has returned the matching students, SORTBY organizes them. Its 3 main arguments are filtered students, filtered sort keys, and sort order. This is where the sort key we created in the previous lesson comes into play. The sort key is a helper column on the Office Helpers worksheet. Its only job is to hold the value we want to sort by. If the user chooses student name, the sort key contains each student's name. If they choose attendance %, it contains each student's attendance percentage. As we saw, the sort key changes automatically whenever the user changes the sort by dropdown. A second filter function retrieves the matching sort keys for exactly the same students returned by the first filter. SORTBY then uses those values to arrange the report. Many viewers have asked, why is there a second filter function? Remember, the first filter has already removed all the students that don't meet our search criteria. For example, if only 15 students match the filters, the report now contains just those 15 students. The second filter performs exactly the same filtering, but this time it returns the 15 matching sort key values instead of the student records. SORTBY then pairs each student with their corresponding sort key and uses those values to arrange the report in the correct order. Without the second filter, Excel would be trying to sort 15 student records using all 200 sort key values, and the two lists would no longer match. This is a good example of professional spreadsheet design. Rather than creating several different sorting formulas, we calculate the sort key once and let SORTBY do the work. Finally, the sort order. The final argument is very simple. If the user selects ascending, Excel returns 1. If they select descending, Excel returns -1. SORTBY uses this value to decide the direction of the report, putting it all together. Let's step back and see the complete process. First, filter checks every student against the selected criteria. Next, a second filter retrieves the matching sort keys. Finally, SORTBY arranges those students into the order chosen by the user. The result is a completely dynamic report. Change a filter. The report updates instantly. Change the sort order. The report rearranges itself immediately, all powered by one formula. Now let's see how the matching students KPI were built. Our student records worksheet doesn't just display a list of students, it also calculates useful summary information. Let's look at the first KPI. Matching students. Every time we change one of the filters, the number updates automatically. How? It uses the sum product function. The formula looks long, but you'll probably recognize part of the formula. Although it looks different, it's using exactly the same filtering tests we used inside the filter function. The only difference is what happens at the end. What does SumProduct do? Think of SumProduct as a counter. Instead of returning the matching students like filter does, SumProduct simply counts how many students pass every test. For every student, Excel asks, does the year group match? Does the class match? Does the status match? Is the attendance below the selected percentage? Does the student have review flags if required? Does the student have an outstanding balance if required? If the student passes every test, SumProduct counts 1. If they fail just one test, it counts 0. After checking every student, SumProduct adds all the ones together. The result is the number displayed in the matching student's KPI. Why the double minus signs? You may have noticed the double minus signs. This is a common Excel technique. The comparison itself produces either true or false. The double minus converts those logical values into numbers. True becomes 1. False becomes 0. That allows SumProduct to add the results together. In this video, we've combined filter, if, SORTBY, and SumProduct to build a powerful student record screen. More importantly, we've seen that professional spreadsheet design is not just about writing formulas. It's about organizing those formulas so they can be reused throughout the workbook. One set of business rules powers both a live reporting screen and the management KPIs. That's exactly the kind of design you'll find in many professional spreadsheet solutions. In next video, can I trust the data? Even the best reports and dashboards become worthless if the underlying data contains errors. That's why professional spreadsheets include control checks. In the next lesson, we'll build a complete control checks worksheet that automatically looks for problems throughout the workbook. We'll detect issues such as duplicate student IDs, missing guardian records, attendance records linked to unknown students, assessment records linked to missing students or subjects. By the end of the video, you'll have a workbook that not only analyses your data, but also checks that the data itself is accurate and reliable. Because in professional spreadsheet design, confidence in your data is just as important as the reports you produce.
Whether you're looking to improve your own Excel skills or train an entire team, we've built a practical course for real-world Excel users. Our 6-level online program takes learners from beginner to advanced and now includes using Excel with AI, ensuring every skill level is covered. For businesses and universities, we support groups from 3 users to over 1,000. Managers can track progress, monitor results, and see team performance in real time. Course levels include online exams, and learners who achieve 75% receive an automatically generated CPD-certified Excel certificate. individual and corporate group licenses available. Learn Excel, work faster,